be talking about Oprah Winfrey's famous speech called Live Your Dream. She started her speech with the quote, "I am living the dream. I want you to live the dream because I am not living the dream because I'm special. I am living the dream because I was obedient to the call of the dream." Oprah said this quote because she said ever since she was a child, it meant a lot to her. Her speech on living your dreams really explains to the audience how believing in yourself and trusting her Lord God can get you places. She explains how people think where she is today because she has money and numerous resources, which can be true, but she doesn't always think that's the case. Oprah explains her life throughout this speech and that she has learned staying true to yourself can help you live your dreams. More about Oprah Winfrey. I'm sure most of you know her name, but not a whole bunch about her. She was born in 1954 and she's 68 years old. She had a rough childhood. I thought that was kind of interesting doing this research because I always thought of her as like a very famous public figure, had a good life, but turns out her childhood was not as happy as people think it was. She was abused by male relatives, having to move away from her mom and living with her dad. She was the first receiver of the Academy of Television Artist Sciences Bob Hope Humanitarian Award, which is a huge honor for her. And in 1986, she was the first Black female to host a nationwide daily television show, which was her own show called The Oprah Winfrey Show, which I'm sure most of you know. And that went from 25 seasons from 1986 to 2011. When and where was this speech given? This speech was given at the 2016 Essence Festival in California. I didn't know much about this festival, so I did some research, and this is a festival mainly for African American women to come together, and the organizers of this event have asked for speakers, people to do demonstrations, activities, and it's like for a weekend in June, I think. And that's her speaking, and I couldn't see the crowd in the video, but I did research, and turns out there's about 500,000 people there, which I thought was pretty crazy. And I think she was the best choice for this speech because she really gives out her like deep roots. She explains where she's from and the struggles that she went through, because she likes to touch on how, once again, people think she had the perfect life, but people can relate to her, and I think that just helps people too.
And I discovered in physics class, those of you who remember physics, the third law of motion. You remember what that is? The third law of motion in physics says, for every action, it's called Newton's law, and it says for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what does that mean? That means everything that you are putting out into the world, every action, bam, there is an equal and opposite reaction. It means no matter what you do, the energy of what you do, what you say, and most important, the energy of who you are is going out into the world, into your home, into your relationships, and that energy is always coming back to you. You are responsible for the energy that you are pulling out into the world, because that very energy, bam, is coming right back to you every single time, whether you believe it or not, because it is law. It is law. It is law that what you put out into the world is coming back. Now, in our country and many countries all over the world, they call this the golden rule. They say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The truth is, whatever you do is already done. The truth is, so when I learned this, that I am the person who gets to control what comes back to me based upon what I'm putting out. And I discovered in physics class, those of you who remember.
Rhetorical devices. Centennial. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. I think this really means that throughout her speech, she tries to express to the audience that you're responsible for your actions, what you do, what you put out into the world, like she said in that last clip. And ultimately, you can decide if you're going to be successful or if you're just going to take the easy route and not live up to your own expectations to the people that you love. Amplification. I'm living the dream. I want you to live the dream. Because I'm not living the dream because I'm special. I am living the dream because I was obedient to the call of the dream. Once again, she really highlights this quote. It's how she started her speech. And she really emphasizes dreams and that she personally lives her dreams. Another one, intentions, because the power of your story lies in your personal intention. So it is my intention to fulfill the dream of the Creator. It is my intention to live to the highest calling. She really talks about how she believes in God and that He really has put a huge impact on her life and that she works to please Him. Ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos. She's a Black woman and trusts God. She says in her speech that she really puts her hand in His, and she references Maya Angelou's poem. Every time you see me, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000, and Oprah really values Maya Angelou. Pathos. Her life growing up and where she is today, she really overcome the struggles. She said she sought for help and that she really just inspires to help others with the same problems. Logos. In that last clip you saw that she references Newton's third law of motion, and I thought it was really cool because she brought it out of a science classroom perspective and really brought it to like everyday life, and I never knew that was really possible with those laws. And that what you put out into the world really will come back to you in the end. Significance then and now. I think it's significant then and now, being that it was only a few years ago. But I think this speech really will continue to inspire people because you'll never stop living your dreams, hopefully, I wouldn't think. And back then, the opioid crisis was going on. Trump was elected in office, and stuff like that will never change, I don't think. And so I think she did share a very good message. And I think this speech will endure because people will know Oprah's name forever. I think she falls under the umbrella of like MLK and Maya Angelou. I think she's just one of those big like names everyone knows. She likes to inspire others, and she is one of like the main African American influencers. And she ended her speech with, "What other people label or might try to call failure, I have learned is just God's way of pointing you in a new direction." Thank you for listening.